It's your girl Guruji Chastity, and I'm back with another video. Today I want to talk about outrageous forgiveness. Man, honestly, this one is a touchy subject because I didn't even know the damage not forgiving was doing to me until I forgave. Of course, I can't go too deep into the situation, but you know, family issues do tend to plague a lot of us, honestly, and I don't want to say especially in the African American community, but I do think the experiences that we have as a collective is a collective consciousness based on, you know, what our ancestors have been put through and what we have learned or shaped ourselves into from that collective consciousness. With that being said, I found that sometimes we hold grudges, and for me, a grudge, I'm thinking that in the moment to moment reality, somebody is not seeing what I need. They're not seeing how I feel, and we're not meeting eye to eye. So I'm thinking, I'm just saying to myself, well, I tried to communicate, it's not working for me. I need to remove myself, and I need to remove access. I need to remove that person from having access to me. There's no communication, there's no reconciliation, there's none of that, because I feel like I tried. And once I tried, for me, that's enough. You know, either you do it or you don't. There is no in between. But within that, I honestly didn't realize I was holding a grudge. Because I'll say, you know, I'm cool. It don't bother me. But let somebody ask me a question about it or how it makes me feel. We talking for 15, 20 minutes and I'm hype about it. Like, I'm passionate about it. I got something to say about it. So obviously, it was still bothering me and I wasn't over it. Now, we fast forward. I didn't talk to this person for like, what, 4 or 5 months? Talk to that person, and you know, they tell me how me removing myself from them makes them feel. And you know, I just listen and I keep trying to communicate, and you know, we're going back and forth, but not in a negative way. You know, you share your expression and your reality, I share mine, and we try to see in the middle, honestly going over the first kind of misstep and to kind of see where everybody went wrong, what everybody's thoughts was. And I got to a point where I said, you know, a lot of times for me, no matter the choices that I make, I have to make choices that benefit me, because honestly, I'm the star of my movie, so I have to always make sure that I am well and that I am protected and that I feel loved. The times that I don't feel loved, whatever I choose to do to be okay or to find a neutral spot, I honestly have to be okay with that. And I have to forgive myself or be okay with myself, whatever choices that I make. But with that being said, I can't ever fathom a reality for me where the choices that I make, once they hurt other people, I'm not affected by it. It thoroughly affected me to know that I hurt somebody else by just trying to do what was best for me, because I never want to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt myself nor anybody else. So it was at that point that I really had a breakdown. I'm talking about boo-hooing, you know, really crying, because I'm like, you know, I'm so sorry for hurting you. I didn't know that it made you feel that way. I was hurt and very upset. So, you know, I just wanted to make a decision that was best for me. But in me making that decision, I clearly see that, you know, that hurt you. And for that, I need you to forgive me so I can forgive myself and we can move on from there. Within that moment, everything shifted, and I didn't even know there was something to shift. Me softening my heart through forgiveness in that moment helped me see everybody else that I had been interacting with that I was harsh with. I had one homeboy, and we were building our relationship. He did one thing I ain't like, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not participating with you in that way. That's not negotiable. We ain't doing it no more. After I opened up my heart to forgiveness, I realized, wow, I handled that brother real callous and real cold, like, and that's not me. You know, my brain wasn't screwed on right. I'm thinking that I have to maneuver through life with a certain sense of control, a certain sense of, you ain't gonna do this to me. No, I ain't gonna do you dirty, but I'm just not gonna give you the room to do that to me. Cutting off that room for other people to have their experience of me, cut off my experience of myself. I am a naturally warming, loving person, but I turned myself into a cold, callous person because I didn't want to open up my heart to forgiveness. Everybody makes mistakes. If you walk around asking any human to uphold a level of you won't ever hurt me, you're setting unrealistic expectations for people, and it's honestly selfish. Everybody is gonna mess up, including you. You will hurt other people, and God forbid you harm other people, but if that happens, you have to be willing to forgive yourself in order for other people to forgive you. So communing with forgiveness within yourself and amongst other people is key to building long lasting and loving relationships. So if there's anything that I learned from that situation, it's okay to make whatever decisions that you feel like you need to make in that moment. But once you have an opportunity to change and to grow and evolve, take that opportunity. Don't squander it and create a bigger divide between you and other people in the world, because we're all one and we're all here together. And if you look at everybody as the God within or the God particle, you know that you don't want to sin against God. You don't want to sin against your brother, your fellow brother, your fellow sister. You don't want to do that. So, working with everybody and learning how to just be positive and forgive people for any shortcomings they may have, because at some point somebody's gonna have to forgive you, and you're gonna want that same grace. And I know that's for sure what I learned throughout that situation. So outrageous forgiveness is something I try to practice at every point in my life, because my rambunctious self, I'm always doing something, and I know I make people mad, but I swear I don't mean to. And within that, I need people to love me, and I need to love other people. So peace out. Love yourself and love somebody else today, y'all.